Alright, so let's start off with Puregold, no? Now, tong Puregold, essentially what happened nung Friday was we broke beneath yung supports na nag-form dito at 30.10, no? Lagay na lang natin sa 30 pesos para lang mas mabilis maalala. Okay? We broke beneath 30 pesos and we're now pushing down towards the next level of support at 28.7. Now, I'm going to zoom out para lang ipakita sa inyo saan galing yung support na yan. Okay, itong 28.7, galing pa yan all the way dito sa level of support na to from before, no? Bakit ko pinili yung level na yan? Well, number one, kung papansin nyo, inflection point siya. It acted as support here and resistance right there. Number two, when we broke down ng pandemic lows, we actually rejected off of that area. Yes, we went much lower during the course of the day, no? But by the time na natapos yung araw na to, nag-close tayo above it. So for me, I still think it's a pertinent level, no? Now, kung sabihin natin, etong baba na to, mabasag pa rin, etong 28.7, then the next level of support natin was yung pandemic low na nung March 2020, no? Which is 26 pesos. Kung mabasag pa yan, saka na natin pag-usapan. Okay, let's not get too ahead of ourselves muna. Now, ano yung mga potential scenarios na pwede natin tingnan dito sa Puregold? Doon muna tayo sa bearish kasi yun yung current direction, no? So, syempre, una, pwedeng umangat to ulit, mauntog dito sa 30 pesos and then roll over. Saka natin makikita kung matetest at mababasag ba tong support na to at 28.7. Number 2, pwede syempre tumuloy lang. Diba? Nakailang red candles na rin tayo. So, my initial expectation is baka mag-bounce muna. Balikan natin tong 30, then kapag hindi nag-hold, tapos saka tayo mag-roll over. Okay? Now, kung kunwari sabihin natin, it does move up and break above 30 pesos, I wouldn't be too bullish just yet kasi ang dami pa niya pwede pag-untugan eh. Pwede pa siya mauntog dito around 31, di ba? And pwede pa siyang mauntog dito sa area of consolidation na to. So what I would prefer to see para maging mas bullish ulit is for price to come back and retake tong 33 pesos na area. If we can retake yung 33 pesos, then we might start trading between 33 hanggang 34.75 ulit. And if mabasag yung 34.75, potential overshoots up to here, no, around 35.9 to 36 pesos. Okay? But for now, since bagong 52-week low na naman tayo dito sa Puregold, I think the best approach would be just to simply exercise more patience. Hintayin natin na may mag-develop na magandang structure before we look at it again and reassess kung pwede pa tayong pumasok where it is right now or talagang kailangan hintayin natin na mabasag yung 33 bago natin tingnan ulit. Kasi based on current structure, yun lang yung nakikita kong direction eh. But I could be wrong. It could develop into something different and we'll reassess it again then. My assessment for GLO or Globe remains unchanged, no? I would still prefer to wait for it dito sa white zone sa baba. Okay, now, I've received a few questions na trade mo ba yung bounce sa ganito? Na-trade mo ba yung bounce na ganyan? For the most part, ang sagot ko is no, no? As I mentioned dun sa monthly update natin, konti lang talaga na-trade ko sa PSE. I even mentioned there kung ano yung mga hawak ko, no? So if you wanna know, go check out that video. Etong GLO, wala namang kailangan magbago sa overall assessment kasi wala namang nagbago sa overall structure. Now, some people might say na hindi ba nagpo-form na tayo ng ascending triangle dito? And that's true, no? That's 100% true. The problem is, even if we did break to the upside, meaning mabasag natin cleanly tong 2,318 na area, hindi yung attempt lang na ganito tapos nag-close din beneath. Diba? Even if we break it cleanly, nandito pa rin yung mga untog natin eh. Meron tayong area dito na pwedeng pag-untugan. So that's between tong 2,446 saka yung mga lows na nag-form sa consolidation na to. And even if we break that, pwede pa tayong mauntog dito sa 2,650. So I'm not uber bullish just yet. Alright? Kasi wala pa siyang pinapakitang signs na nagkakaroon na tayo ng reversal eh. 'Di ba? Yung trademark na textbook definition ng reversal is nagkakaroon tayo ng bagong higher lows and higher highs, di ba? And right now, while we can argue na hindi ba higher low to, and that's true, pero wala pa tayong higher high eh. 'Diba? Yung high para sa akin kailangan mag-form above 2,446. If we can come back and take that out, okay, tas maka-pullback tayo na maayos, 'diba? Then that's something that we might want to consider moving forward. Keeping in mind na overall, we're still stuck within this wider range here. Okay? Kasi ito possible na overshoot lang siya eh. So at the end of the day, meron pa rin tayong range dito between 2,162 hanggang 2,650. But that is a very tradable range, no? So again, maraming factors na kailangan i-consider, but it all starts na kung kaya bang balikan ng price at mabasag tong 2,446 para masabi natin na nagkaroon tayo ng change, nagkaroon tayo ng bagong quote-unquote higher high, 'di ba? Ito yung high, low, higher high, 'di ba? Breaking above this, and then we can have a different approach moving forward para lang meron tayong pwedeng pagsandalan ng potential trade ideas natin kung dumating man tayo sa puntong 'yon. Next, tignan natin yung BPI, no? Now, itong BPI, if you watched yung short series natin where I went through all the index stocks, you will notice na nag-iba na yung levels ng BPI between now and the time na re-record ko yun, no? And the reason for that, obviously, is because nag-form na tayo ng bagong structures. Okay? So, kung meron kayong marinig dito sa video na to that's slightly different sa sinabi ko noon, it's because of the new levels and it's not because may nagbago sa overall outlook ko. Kasi sa totoo lang, wala pa talagang nagbago in terms of outlook sa chart na to. What do I mean? Yes, nagkaroon tayo ng bagong levels of support na nag-form because of yung bagong structure. Nagkaroon tayo ng inflection point dito that we now need to watch out for moving forward. Okay, but again, para ma-undo natin yung quote-unquote damage that was done on the move to the downside, at bare minimum, I want price to retake 96 pesos. If we can retake 96, we can start trading between 96 to 98.85. And if this breaks, it opens up this wider range above hanggang 104 kung saan tayo nag-iwan ng double top before. Alright? But, where we are right now, para sa akin, hindi pa siya nakakainganyong i-trade. Yes, technically speaking, we are within this range between 87 to 92 pesos. Pero, kung ang tanong is, pwede ba akong pumasok right now? May range naman eh. I would answer na, number one, kailangan meron kang trigger based on whatever system you use. Kahit na funda pa yan or kahit technical analysis pa yan, ultimately, kailangan meron kang trigger eh. Meron kang something na nagsasabi sa'yo na kailangan pumasok ka na where price is right now. Diba? Outside of dahil na-FOMO ka lang. Outside of dahil iniisip mo, ay baka umangat na tayo from dito eh. Okay? Kung wala yung trigger na yon, which based on current structure, I sincerely doubt that a lot of systems would have triggered any type of trades. Then you're gonna have to wait and see how this develops moving forward. Now, kung sabihin natin hindi mag-hold tong 87 pesos and we start breaking beneath it, then the expectation is baka balikan natin yung support at 84. And if 84 pesos breaks, the next level of support will be around 79.75 to 80 pesos na. Okay? Now, this might be a tradable range moving forward, assuming mabasag tayo to the downside. But that remains to be seen, no? Kailangan makita muna natin how it works, how it develops before we can assess. But for now, just keep in mind that overall, ito pa rin yung high, low, 'di ba? Lower high, lower low, 'di ba? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So, yan pa rin yung overall structure na kumbaga we're working inside of. So, I still wouldn't be very bullish this right now, but hopefully moving forward, makakita na tayo ng breaks to the upside para pwede na nating baguhin yung overall view or overall bias natin dito sa BPI. Next, tignan po natin yung East-West. Now, tong East-West, medyo patuloy yung pagbaba natin, no? Medyo nag-i-stair step na nga siya, di ba? Strong move to the downside here, nag-conso, then move to the downside, then conso, tapos ngayon nag-break na naman tayo beneath that support there. Okay, so we're currently trading at 6.84. Now, I need to zoom out for this next portion para lang pakita sa inyo saan ba yung next level of support natin. Now, from here, if we continue to break to the downside, meron tayong mga gaps na naiwan here and here, no? So, maybe if price pulls back to these areas, we can find some type of reaction. But I don't think those reactions will yield good risk-reward trades. If you want to go ahead and mag-abang ka dun sa mga gaps, edi syempre, no, it's pera mo yan eh. Feel free, go ahead if you want to play the bounce from there. But for me, given the current trajectory, yes, bounce plays are possible, but the risk-reward might not be there. Okay, now, I could end up eating my words by the time price pulls back there, but wala naman ako magagawa dun eh. All I can say is based off of what I'm seeing right now, the risk-reward might not be there. Now, kung kunwari sabihin natin na-fill yung mga gaps tas nagpatuloy pa rin yung push pababa, then the next level of support na tinitingnan natin will be at 6.08 na. Okay? Now, let's zoom back in. Ano ang mga potential bullish scenarios dito? When I say bullish is yung pwede nating i-trade since bawal naman mag-short sa PSE. Number 1 is if we can reclaim tong 7.12 pesos, then the possibility opens up na mag-trade tayo within this range here between 7.12 to 7.4. Now, arguably, that's not a great range to trade, no? But I'm just mentioning it kasi it exists. If we can break above 7.4, this might prove to be a more interesting area. Kasi number 1, ang bilis ng move to the downside. It was a very inefficient move. So I don't expect a lot of resistance kung mabasag natin tong 7.4. Baka hindi mahirapan gaano ang price balikan tong 7.8 na resistance dito. In fact, it could even come back up and fill this gap here. Diba? But again, since pangit nga yung itsura ng chart overall, I would rather be more conservative than to become too aggressive only to find na hindi rin naman maabot yung target ko. Okay? Now, other than that, there's really not much else left to say dito sa East-West. I understand why this is often requested kasi may mga brokers na lagi itong pinupush eh. And they were pushing this at 9 pesos, 10 pesos, and so on, no? Lagi nating naririnig na maganda na yung PE ratio ng East-West, maganda yung valuation and everything, and yet here we are. Nasa 6.84 na tayo. Diba? I understand yung sentiment na maniwala sa mga brokers natin. After all, diba, sila yung quote-unquote experts eh. But you guys need to understand that they're not trading your money. Yes, we listen to them, pero we take it with a grain of salt. Kasi kung kunyari, nag-drawdown, ang dali para sa kanila sabihin na hindi, kahit mag-down yan ng 50, 100%. Okay lang kasi magandang stock naman yan eh. And that's true. Okay? I am not denying that fact. But dapat tayo rin marunong mamili based on our own personal systems, based on our own personal triggers. Kasi kung nagkakaroon ng ganitong drawdown, hindi naman sila yung nakakaramdam nun eh. Tayo. Yung perang tinitrade nila, pera yun ng ibang tao eh. Diba? Tayo, ang tinitrade natin, pera natin yun eh. Yung mental capital natin ang nakataya, yun yung puhunan eh. Yes, pwede mong hintayin for years and years and years, lalo na kapag bata ka pa. Pero paano kung hindi? Paano kung medyo may edad ka na, pinuhunan mo yung retirement money mo, in the hopes na gaganda yung retirement mo, tapos ngayon biglang ganito. Diba? That's why na, yes, we listen to other people, and this includes me. Diba? Makinig kayo, pero at the end of the day, make your own decisions. Okay? Para kung sakali may mangyari na hindi ka nais-nais, alam mo rin kung ano yung dapat mong gawin. Do you need to just wait it out? Do you need to stop the bleeding? Diba? Napagplanuhan mo. Kasi you are not privy to the plans of other people. Kahit na ako pa yan, kahit na ibang nagtuturo sa YouTube, kahit na yung mga broker pa yan, kahit na investor, whatever. You're not privy to their plans. Therefore, you need to make plans of your own na pwede mong asahan at sundan pag dumarating yung mga pagkakataon na hindi nangyayari yung gusto nating mangyari. And then finally, tignan po natin yung ARA. Tong ARA, mapapansin nyo rin na based from when we last discussed this, medyo nag-iba ng konti yung levels ko. And again, that's because may nagbago na sa structure, no? Now, Ang sabi natin noon, when we broke to the downside on this candle there, medyo delikado na tayo, no? Kasi we actually broke beneath tong low na to, tong mga lows na to, and we were thinking na we might see more downside moves. Tapos price came back, binalikan natin tong mga previous lows na to, tong inflection point na yan. Diyan tayo nauntog, and then we started rolling over, and then we actually broke beneath tong support dito at 1.42. Tapos inabot natin tong gap na to. Nag-gap fill tayo. Right? Now, ano yung mga potential scenarios from here? Number one, syempre, dahil nag-gap fill tayo at nagkaroon tayo ng reaction, there's the possibility na baka balikan natin tong 1.42. Now, does that mean na kapag binalikan natin yung 1.42, bullish na kagad? No. Kasi syempre, yan yung previous level of support now turned resistance. So, natural lang naman na abutin natin yan at baka mauntog tayo doon. Kung mabasag natin tong 1.42 and we can start holding above it, then perhaps we can start trading within this range again between 1.42 hanggang 1.62. Okay? Kung mabasag natin yung 1.62, the next level of resistance will be 1.83. Now, let's not look beyond that muna. Let's focus on those scenarios. Now, you need to understand na number one, malamang may namili dito sa consolidation na to. So, if we do retake this level, then baka isipin ng mga bumili dito na pwede na silang makalabas ng buhay. Which means, price might not have an easy time moving from 1.42 back to 1.62, no? Kasi syempre, may mga namili rito imposible namang wala. Okay? Now, kung sabihin naman natin, yung kabaliktaran yung mangyari, meaning, we come back, hold, roll over, or we don't come back at all and we just break beneath nitong 1.30. Number one, kapag ganon, wag na siguro nating ipilit na may bullishness pang natitira. Okay? I am not saying na hindi na to aangat. I am just saying that from a purely technical standpoint, things look very, 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 very bleak, no? medyo tagilid. Okay, kapag mabasag yan, yes, we could bounce from 1.14 and yes, we could trade within this range. But the question is, do you still really want to? Biriin nyo, halos na undo na itong buong move na to eh. It's officially undone kapag nabalikan natin all the way itong 1.14. But even kapag hindi pa siya technically completely undone, diba? Ang pangit na talaga ng itsura niya eh. Do we really expect na kapag bumalik tayo dito dahil may gap, nag-gap fill, kailangan balikan ito all the way hanggang dito sa taas ulit? Yeah, of course not, di ba? Yes, it could bounce much higher than yung mga predicted levels natin, but, you know, anticipating na kapag bumili tayo dito ay baka mabalikan natin all the way dito sa 2.32 seems to be asking for too much. Okay, that's why sabi ko kanina pag-usapan natin potentially hanggang 1.83 lang. Huwag natin sobrang pangunahan. Okay? Now, if the question naman is kung kunwari, namili ako, kunyari, bumili ako dito or bumili ako dito, ano nang gagawin ko? Kailangan talaga meron kayong plano going in. So kung meron, sundan nyo lang. Huwag nyo nang ipilit. Huwag nyo nang sabihin na, kasi iba naman yung support level ni JT pwede nating i-move back. No, kung ano man yung plano nyo, sundan nyo. I am sure na pinag-isipan nyo yan ng mabuti, and I trust na because pinag-isipan nyo ng mabuti, because pinaghirapan nyo, na merong merit yan. Okay? Dahil merong merit yan, sundan natin. Now, if you believe that moving forward, your plans could be improved, then by all means, baguhin natin siya moving forward. Pero, wag yung mid-trade. Mahirap yun eh. Kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng maraming biases kapag nasa loob tayo ng isang trade. Okay, so, kung ano man yung plano nyo initially, sundan nyo lang. Now, kung kunwari namili kayo nito, let's say dito dahil nag-breakout from before, and you're thinking, sayang kasi yung average ko eh. Uulitin ko lang na hindi po tayo kumikita sa average. Okay? Kumikita tayo kapag binenta natin yung stock. So, wag nating panindigan yung average, masundan natin yung plano natin. Kung ang plano natin at the time was, I don't know, kaya nag-trail stop kayo, gusto nyo ng EMA 10 or MA 20 or what have you, then stick to it. And I'm pretty sure kung ano man yung EMA or MA na pinili nyo na trail stop, odds are na-hit na siya ngayon. So kung na-hit na yon, then we take profit. Diba? We exit the trade. We're done. Kasi based talaga sa current na itsura nito, medyo tagilid na talaga tayo. Yes, things can still reverse. Yes, pwede pa tayong umangat kasi the market will do whatever it wants naman eh. But again, from a purely technical standpoint, siguro medyo iwas-iwas muna. Huwag na natin pilitin mamili muna rito. Diba? Hintayin natin na may mag-develop na bagong structure and then we can reassess this moving forward kung meron pa ba siyang legs. Okay? Kasi pwede pa naman nga, as we said, biglang kumambyo, biglang magbago. If that happens, pag-usapan po natin to ulit. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!